So I went to Trader Joe's like 2 weeks ago, and I bought some of that sweet potato gnocchi. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll figure it out one day. And I think I've had gnocchi like in a dish before, probably like a restaurant or something, or like in a frozen meal, but I've never made it myself. And I never had the sweet potato gnocchi, whatever, from Trader Joe's. So I went on Pinterest because I didn't have a plan when I bought it, but it looked interesting because it's sweet potato with sage, and I love sage. So I thought, how could I go wrong? It sounds very savory, very fall-like. So I went for it. And so I went on Pinterest and found this little recipe. And I loved it because so it was only like a few ingredients. And since I already had arugula, I just had to pick up some chicken sausage and some grape tomatoes. I ain't worried about getting no Parmesan cheese or any mushrooms because I'm not a fan of either one of those for real. I'm allergic to cheese, so I mean, I'm allergic to dairy, so I try to like not eat as much as try not to go overboard. In mushrooms, I can do without. I mean, if they're in there already, I'll eat it, but I don't go out there looking for mushrooms. And so it was a simple recipe. They don't even have like measurements for this recipe, which made it seem very simple. So that's why I chose it. And I'm the kind of person, if it's the first time I do a recipe, I follow it how they have it written. And then I'll make notes on the page for like what I want to change next time. All right, so let's get cooking. I have some tomatoes, baby arugula that I'm gonna add, and I've already sliced up some chicken sausage. I got the chicken and apple from Kroger's. I don't know, it seemed like a good idea. Sizzling, you can hear that sizzle. Looks pretty. And after I took it off the stove, I let them drain some paper towels while I cooked the sweet potato gnocchi. So I just poured it all into the pan. And I just followed the instructions on the bag. The only thing I changed was that I added probably like 4 tablespoons of water instead of 2. So I let that simmer. So then I added the tomatoes and the sausage into the pan so we can get all warmed up with the gnocchi. At this point, the smell of the sage had filled my kitchen, and I knew it was on to something. I knew something was happening. In the final step, I just added like 2 small handfuls of arugula. The recipe says not to cook it for long. It's supposed to be kind of like fresh. And so that's it, just put it in my little bowl. I'm not a food photographer, y'all. It's not cute looking. Just a regular girl eating her Pinterest recipe. They did though. They own something. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for this recipe. I'm gonna use it again. Share with the sausage. Mm-hmm. 10 out of 10. Perfection. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.